All right, guys. Hello and welcome to the first episode of CubsLine. My name is Ryan Zielinski.
And I'm Ryan Dunleavy, and welcome to the first ever Cubs Line podcast. We're two diehard Cubs fans. I'm a sophomore, he's a junior, and we're super excited. We're gonna try and upload daily episodes, just talking Cubs baseball. So, yep, give it to you,
Yeah,
Ryan.
we're gonna try to upload every game day, a couple off days. So Ryan, why don't you give a little bit
All
about
right.
yourself, and then I think you got a quiz question for me.
Yeah. So a little bit about myself. I'm Ryan Dunleavy, 15 years old. I play hockey, diehard Cubs fan, and yep. So what I like to start to do is I picked three baseball cards, and we're gonna test Ryan's ball knowledge and guess them. So Ryan, close your eyes here. Show the camera. First guy. All right, all good, all good. All right, this guy has been a Red Sox player for life. Nickname is the Baby Assassin, and one of the best left-handed power bats in the league.
Jarren Duran.
Nope. Third,
Or no, not Jarren Duran. Not Jarren Duran.
third base,
Um,
big lefty.
uh, Devers.
Yep, Rafael Devers.
I don't know why I said Duran.
All right,
That's on me.
close your eyes again. Here we go. All right, all good, all good. This guy started his career on the Marlins and was traded to the Phillies and is one of the best catchers in the league. Phillies catcher. He's been a multiple time All Star.
Is that real Muto?
Yep, JT Realmuto. All right, last one. Close your eyes. Here we go. All good, all good. All right, so this guy was a part of a blockbuster deal with Juan Soto, was traded to the Nationals from the Padres. He's their starting shortstop. Let's just say he had some fun in Chicago.
In the Juan Soto trade?
Yep.
Wait. So he was on the Wait, you said he was on the Padres
He never played
and
in the
went to
big
the
leagues with them, but
Nationals?
he was a part of the Juan Soto trade. He's now the National starting shortstop, and he got caught gambling in Chicago all night before a game.
Oh, CJ Abrams.
Yep, CJ Abrams. Nice little start to the show. Rye, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yeah. All right, so right now we're gonna start off with a little game recap today. So Cubs win 7-3. Jamison Tyone got the start for the Cubs. He went 6 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. I mean, that's a good outing from Jamo today. And with
All these
with the
starts.
bats finally showing up, yeah, with the bats finally showing up, I mean that's more than what you could have asked for.
Mm-hmm. Yep. JMO's been good this season with the 3.76 ERA, 5-3, and I feel like him and Matthew Boyd have kind of stepped up into the ace with Shota and Steele going down, hoping to get Shota next month or two for this playoff push.
Yep. And real quick about Shota, when Shota comes back, who do you think they're gonna send down? Because my thought is Cade Horton, but I just want to hear what you think they're gonna do.
Um, I think it depends who's the hot hand. If Cade's looked good as of late. If Cade keeps looking
Mhm.
good, I could see them moving Ben Brown to the bullpen and being an eighth inning, seventh inning man. He's got the velocity, he's got the stuff. He's a lot of strikeout numbers. So I could see them moving Ben Brown to the bullpen and moving a reliever down to AAA and keeping all six of those guys on their staff. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I think Cade Horton could also go to the bullpen. He's good velocity and he's a really good off speed. So I think Brown or Horton to the bullpen, and I think both of them will be big assets in the bullpen and starting. And I don't think either of them will start a playoff game. I think they'll both be bullpen guys in the playoffs because you only really roll four guys, and that's going to be, I think, Matthew Boyd for sure, Jameson Tyone, Shota, and I think they're going to make a deal at the deadline to get a fourth starter.
I agree with you. And again, going back to what you were saying about the playoffs, like, and that bullpen really opens up when, you can get a Tyone start and then go to Matthew Boyd, or you
Yeah.
can get a Shota start and then go to Tyone. So that, there's going to be a lot more. moves to be made before the
Yeah,
playoffs
for sure.
start. So yeah, so what I want to talk about next is the guys who came in after Tyler. So Thielbar comes in,
Mhm.
Ryan Presley comes in for him, and then Ryan Brazier finishes it out. Caleb Thielbar and Ryan Presley don't give up a hit. So my point right now is the bullpen's been on point as of late. Like
Yeah, I
I
definitely agree with
know
that.
obviously the whole year and so far we've been like imagine they had a bullpen, but the bullpen's been on point. So Ryan, what do you talk about that?
So Thielbar's looked great. I think Thielbar is going to be an asset used in the playoffs to lefty lefty. He's looked good as of late. I don't think he's given up a run or a hit as even in a while. He's gonna be a guy that Craig can trust down the line, and I love the Drew Pomeranz move and Genesis Cabrera. So now I think you got four lefties in that bullpen. And at the start of the year, Thielbar was the only lefty. So great job by this front office
Yeah,
and Presley and Brazier, two veterans that kind of got off to a rocky start. Brazier we've only seen about four times, so it's kind of hard to judge on him. I think his stuff's all right. I think he'll kind of pitch the garbage innings in the playoffs. But Presley did look
yeah, I agree.
good. I mean, if Presley continues to look like this, I doubt he'll be the closer again, but maybe he can work his way into his seventh, eighth role. Right now, I'm confident rolling with Brad Keller, Drew Pomeranz, and Palencia in the ninth inning. But if Presley can earn back Council's trust, then that's fine. And he's going to have to understand. I know the part of the trade for him was he's going to get closer, but he's going to have to eat up some of these innings now that he didn't really look the greatest to at the start of the year, but he's looked good as of late. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the bullpen from today at least.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree about Presley. Like he was brought here, a big move to get a closer, and he was just so shaky at the start. Now my thing was early when he was getting himself into trouble, but getting himself out of trouble. Everyone was like, "Oh, Presley this, Presley that." I was like, "Listen, cut him some slack. He hasn't blown a save." But
Another
then
Neris,
we all know what happened.
another Hector
Yeah,
Neris.
yeah, exactly. We all know what happened, especially
Yeah,
in that Giants game when we lose that thing 14-5 in extra innings. But yeah, I think
yeah,
Daniel Palencia is turned into a
stud,
top
man.
10, maybe
Dude,
even
honestly,
seven
when Porter Hodge
like,
gets back, Palencia might still be the closer. That Hodge might have to accept being the
yeah,
eighth inning man. Because Palencia, like, he's throwing 102, 103. Like, guys aren't touching that in the ninth inning. And he also is developing a good off speed. And he had to eat up some garbage innings in the past couple years, but he's really got control and he's developed an off speed. So I really love Daniel Palencia in the closer, and I really think he could be the Cubs closer of the future, which is great.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, Palencia in that Marlins game that obviously hurt, but ever since that he's been
Been
on
great,
point.
yeah,
He
for sure.
hasn't, he misses, but his misses are, not egregious, right?
Yeah,
Guys are swinging and missing. So
hmm
that's really what you ask for from a closer. So now, get him a walkout song and get him some
yeah,
flashing lights. And I think we got ourselves a top five closer.
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the offense today. So for starters, PCA with 3 hits today. Um, you
Three
know,
for four.
nothing, nothing's changed there. He
Oh,
scored twice, I believe.
3 runs.
I think two
PCA
stolen bases.
scored
Oh,
three
yeah,
runs.
3 runs. Okay. And then I believe two stolen bases or 3 stolen bases.
Two. I'm looking at this
Two
stat.
stolen bases. I mean, yeah. Again, nothing's changed from him. Like he's again. I think he could win the NL MVP this year if he keeps up what he's been doing.
Right. One thing though about PCA, I mean, he's been very inconsistent. You look at the ball game on Friday, and he goes 1 for 4, 3 Ks and a blooper. And now today he's looking like the MVP. PCA's got to find some consistency if he wants to play at that MVP pace.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is one thing that kind of gets lost is that he looks like the NL MVP on Sunday, and then on Monday he'll come out and go over 4 with 4 strikeouts. Like he's first of all he's got to get better plate discipline. He has
Yeah,
no plate discipline whatsoever. He swings at everything that he thinks is within 10 feet of the plate.
he
But
golfs a lot of his
that's just
homers.
something.
A lot of them
Yeah, he
down
does.
low in the
Yeah,
zone. He just hits it out somehow, some way.
yeah. You're right. He's like Javi. I mean, I I think that that's gonna get fixed, and obviously you can't like that's not a switch, but it's like you can teach that, watch film, create his vision on trying to look for spin, trying to look for, trying to have him weight back. Like
Yeah,
his big thing is on two strike counts, sliders and curveballs down and in. He's always swinging at them. Like
yeah.
every AB. But yeah, do you have any more thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I do think he's been better though, and same with Suzuki. Like past years, they've tried swinging out of their shoes and trying to be the hero, and I think both of them have succeeded more because they're not trying to be the hero and they're confident with the guy behind them handing on those sticks.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Say it to RBI leader. Like I uh I think I think they've both really made some progress. So my next point that I want to talk about is obviously this isn't, huge news, but Dansby Swanson finally delivers. He gets himself an RBI double today. And I know,
Yeah,
Ryan, me and you were at the game on Friday, and we were just talking like he's just got to figure out what to do. He finally delivers today. Obviously, this isn't going to be too much of a talking point, but I just want to hear your thoughts about can this, give him some confidence and get him going again.
I'll keep this short and sweet. In the 8 hole, one of the best hitters on the Cubs, one of the best hitters in the league. 4 leadoff 5 hole looks lost. I keep him in the bottom of the order if I'm Craig Counsell. I let
Mhm.
Nico Horner, Michael Bush take those bats in the 5 6 hole. Put Dansby in 7 8. Let him do that.
Yeah, I agree. I think looking back, I believe it was it might have been the late July stretch last year when we were still kind of in the mix. Dansby was really struggling, and I believe he was the nine hitter for like 2 weeks,
He was, yeah.
and he was one of the best hitters in baseball. What does Craig do? Craig puts him, he puts him in the cleanup spot, five spot, and he's in another slump. So I agree with you. I think 7, 8, 9 is a way better spot for Dansby in the lineup.
Yeah, I agree.
So another one, another play. Michael Bush home run, way gone. Again, not a big talking point. Just Michael Bush finally getting one out. Um, I think he's been a great piece in the middle of the order. He had a good at bat.
Yeah.
Was it the third inning or the second inning?
One of them, yeah. Right.
The
One
the
other thing I
Dusty.
want to note, though, Bush got a lefty-lefty hit today. Craig Counsell needs to start letting him get at bats versus lefty-lefty. The only way he's going to get better at it is by getting at bats. It's not like Justin Turner kills lefties. Like he's had one home run on the year
Mhm.
and he's probably hitting
Yeah.
100. Let Michael Bush get the lefty-lefty at bats. If he stinks for 2 weeks, then give JT him. But I truly think that Michael Bush should start seeing lefty lefties because as of right now, scheduled on Friday, they are going to face Tarek Skubal, and that's going to be a very big struggle. And I think you need Michael Bush as one of your middle of the order bats.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I know Craig is just trying to give, you know, Turner the better matchup, but I think I don't think Justin Turner can be like you said. Justin Turner is not getting a hit off Tarek Skubal. Like he's just not. So I'm not saying sit Turner on the bench and DFA him,
No.
but it's not like Michael Bush can't hit off the lefty, right? So I don't think you should really take Bush out of the starting lineup two times out of
Yeah.
three because a lefty is on the mound.
Yeah, he's going to be a gold glover in a couple years too, and say this in the nice, most respectful way possible. I mean, he's a clubhouse guy, man. I mean, he helps out these younger
Yeah,
guys. He eats late inning at bats. He's a great locker room presence, but he's not your everyday first baseman going into the postseason and for this end of the year.
I agree. Like I think JD said on the broadcast a week or two ago, he said like Justin Turner in his career has been a great pinch hitter,
Yeah, he had a big
which
one versus the
I mean he
Padres. He's
has.
had multiple.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like throw him in the seventh, eighth, or ninth when you need a hit, but you don't really want to take Michael Bush out of the starting lineup just because there's a lefty on the mound.
Yeah, I agree.
Another RBI, Nico Horner, 2-run single. Like you were talking about, Nico, he gets his singles. Again, not a long talking point here. Just want to get your thoughts about, how Nico's looked of late, and he gets another multi-run single.
Yeah, I mean, besides Jameson Tyan, I think Nico Horner's the Cubs' unsung hero. I mean, he's hitting 280. He's only struck out, 17 times this year. I mean, keep this short and sweet, but I think Nico Horner needs some more respect. And hot take, I think Nico Horner should be an all star this year. I mean, Donovan from the Cardinals is going to start, but I think Nico really should be that second baseman. And I think he deserves to go to Atlanta in the mid fall classic.
I like that. I like
Midsummer
that take.
classic.
Again, like you said, like Nico needs more respect. Like, although people don't forget he exists,
Gold Glover, too.
he's
He should
look
go to
at
the
his
Midsummer Classic.
look at his highlight. Like, I mean, the plays he made early in the season last year against the Dodgers, that catch he made against the White Sox, like he's an amazing fielder. Again, like you said, 17 strikeouts. Like that's
Would you
unbelievable.
have known
Now,
that he went three
again,
for four today? Would you have known that? Like everyone's talking about, yeah, PCA goes three for four.
no,
Nico went 3 for 4 today. He's hitting
exactly.
285. I mean,
If
actually no, he's hitting
if I didn't
301.
watch
After
the
today, he's
game,
hitting 301 with
that's
11 stolen
like
bases, 26 RBIs. He's hitting over 300, and no one is talking about him.
exactly like if I didn't watch the game today, I wouldn't have even known he got a hit. Like
3 for 4 on the
it,
day,
it
hitting
to
300.
me,
It's ridiculous.
yeah. Like, again, he hasn't hit a homer, but like you don't need like with this offense, you don't need
You
him to
have
do
no
that.
lot of
And
slug.
I think exactly, I think that's why he kind of gets lost is because he doesn't hit the long ball. But you don't need that. Like again, like you said, he would be a great leadoff hitter. Um, but yeah, like you're hitting over 300, and you're not even getting talked about. Like it's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up our game recap. So now we're gonna go recap this weekend series versus the Reds. So the Cubs win the series 2-1. They lost on Friday. They won Saturday and earlier today. We'll just kind of
Sure.
recap each game. So
Yeah,
Friday, me
I'll
and
do
you, Ryan,
Friday.
we were in attendance.
You want to do Saturday? I'll
What'd
do
you think
Friday.
of the
I
Yeah,
can.
you
All right, yeah,
can
we'll do
do
that.
Friday.
So,
Yeah,
Friday we had Andrew Abbott actually shoved one hit from JT, and that was it. Friedel hit a leadoff bomb. I mean, not much to it. Ellie De La Cruz hit a rocket into the gap for a double, and Gavin Lux on a check swing hit a RBI single. So it's 2-0 Reds. I mean, but that's still comebackable with this Cubs offense. And then Tyler Stevenson hit a no doubter into center field, 435. I mean, absolute bomb off the bat. Makes it 4-0. But hey,
yeah.
you're the Cubs. You're still within a grand slam, and you have Kyle Tucker, PCA, say some of the best bats in the whole league. So, like, hey, this is doable. And then Craig puts Colin Ray back out there to finish the lineup, and Jake Fraley comes up. I think he's the 8 hitter. You got Genesis Cabrera, big lefty, warming up in the bullpen, and you leave Colin Ray in, and Jake Fraley makes you pay as he hits a bomb into right field. Then it's 6-0, and as a Cubs fan, you're kind of losing hope. Then boom, Nico Horner double, Michael Bush RBI triple. I mean, you just had a Matt Shaw RBI single, great inning. Ian Happ great at bat walk, and then Kyle Tucker, one of the best bats in baseball. You got the tying run on deck. Tuck hits a weak ground ball. Reds turn an easy double play. Graham Ashcraft, um, big,
Place was
big
ready to
spot.
explode.
So it's 6-2. You're like, hey, I mean, you're within a grand slam. You got some of your guys coming up to the plate. I believe it was Seiya, Kelly, and PCA. You're like, hey, we could do this. Chris Flexen gives you 2 great innings of work. Genesis, great debut. And then Flexen goes 1, 2, 3. Seiya hits absolute rocket. I think 114 into the gap, lead off double. And then Carson Kelly, just another weak pop out for to first base. And you're like, I mean, and then PCA blew.
I think that was the slow chopper to third.
Yeah. Then PCA blew double. You got runners on second and third. Got the tying run on deck. Dansby Swanson up. Brutal at bat. Strikes out. And then all Cubs fans, you're kind of defeated. Nico, you can't really do anything. He grounds out. And that is game 6-2. Our player of the game from that game was Andrew Abbott. Went 7 innings, 1 hit. He's down up to a 5-0 record, 1.5 ERA. So, Rye, you want to tell him about Saturday? Cubs 2 up.
Yeah, so Saturday the Cubs get a 2-0 win, get back into the win column. Ben Brown comes in out of the bullpen. So
Yeah.
a little bit,
Pomeranz
a
came
little bit,
in for opener.
yeah. So you kind of change it up for Ben Brown a bit, and I mean it pays off. So I'm not gonna complain. So Drew Pomeranz gets the start, throws 9 pitches, 6 are strikes. Ben Brown comes in out of the bullpen, gives you 6 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. He threw 77 pitches, 52 of them for strikes. Keller came in the eighth, gave you an inning, clean across the board, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, didn't have a strikeout. Then Palencia comes in, shuts the door, doesn't give up a hit, doesn't give up a run, doesn't give up a walk. He throws 1 strikeout, 15 pitches, 11 are for strikes. Brad Keller threw 7, 5 of them for strikes. So, I mean, as you're hearing here, throw strikes. I mean, I'll give it to you one more time. Pomeranz, 9 pitches, 6 strikes.
Yeah,
Ben Brown, 77 pitches, 52 strikes. Keller, 7 pitches, 5 strikes. Valencia, 15 pitches, 11 strikes. Like
it's
that,
great.
that is unbelievable numbers right there. That's amazing. Um, so the Cubs scored on 2 lucky plays. I'm gonna just admit they should not have scored in the eighth inning. Seiya hits a fly ball to right field. The Wrigley wind, the Wrigley sun.
Benson can't see
That's
it.
the advantage. It just drifts to the wall. Benson kind of leans out of the way because he loses sight of it. It falls. Hap scores. Kyle Tucker gets to third. They then load the bases, 2 outs. Dansby Swanson comes up. He hits a ground ball to Ellie De La Cruz. Not a hard ground ball, but it wasn't a slow roller. You're thinking, of course, Dansby again. Ellie takes one too many hops, relies on his arm. Dansby hustles down the line, beats it. Cubs go up 2-0. Then Palencia shuts the door. Not really much to talk about here in this game. The Reds had 1 hit. Ben Brown, the only pitcher to give up a hit, and he went 6 innings. My player of the game is going to Ben Brown
For
because I
sure.
think we were talking on the train ride home. Like, what do you do with Ben Brown? Do you send him down? Do you sit him for a start? He goes out there. They switch it up again. He comes in the second inning. He gives you 6 innings. Only gives up 1 hit, 9 strikeouts. Like that's
And
just really good.
we didn't say it, but my player of the day for today was Michael Bush. He went 2 for 2 with a run. He threw 3 RBIs, 2 walks. Just a great day for Michael Bush. Honorable mention, Jameson Tyon. Great day. And Nico and Pico Armstrong. All three of those guys could have got it, but today mine's Michael Bush. You on
Yeah, I agree with that.
for the week? On this national upcoming national series, I could do that.
Yes, we're gonna do series preview here. So it's the Cubs versus the Nationals. It'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday,
I'll
Thursday.
have an off
I'll
day
give you
tomorrow.
yeah, the off
Needed
day
off day
tomorrow.
tomorrow,
I'll give
which is
you
great.
sorry.
Needed off day tomorrow, which is great.
For sure, for sure. You really like the off day with the Tigers
Yeah.
series coming up. But so I'll give you the pitching matchup for each game, and I'll ask you which one you like best. So Tuesday it'll be Cade Horton versus Trevor Williams. Wednesday it'll be Matthew Boyd versus Mackenzie Gore. And then Thursday to wrap it up, it'll be Colin Ray versus Jake Irvin. Which matchup do you like best out of those three?
Game one, Cade Horton versus Williams. I think Williams just kind of throws everything over the plate. He's a veteran. Used to pitch on the Cubs, but I think they should tee off. Cade's been on a roll. He's looked good, and I think he's going to shred up this Nationals lineup. I think Mackenzie Gore is going to be very tough, even though he's 2-5. Don't let that say anything because he's a lefty. He can get a lot of strikeouts. Great pitcher. He's becoming an ace, and he's a guy that's going to be a 7-time All Star in a couple of years, I think. And then Thursday, I mean,
Yeah.
Jake Irvin 5-1 had a great year so far. Cubs are going to have to find a way to win 2 out of these 3 games. And the Nationals, they're about a 500 ball club, and this is a team series against, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially
I agree with you. So I like,
Tarek
yeah,
Alvarado.
yeah, I like the Cade Horton matchup too. I'm not nothing against Colin Ray, but I just don't like that Jake Irvin matchup at all. But yeah, I think Cade Horton can shut the door. The Cubs got to hit Trevor. So what's your prediction here? Give me a day by day score prediction for each game in the
I'm gonna
series.
go. I think 9-4 on Tuesday. I think the bats are gonna hit Williams well, and Horton's gonna have 3 runs start. Wednesday, I think they're gonna win that game by a score of 3-1. I think Boyd's gonna pitch a gem. I think Mackenzie's score is good, but they're gonna tag along a couple. And I don't think they're gonna sweep. I think they're gonna lose on Thursday by a score of 7-3. I think Ray's not gonna have a great start. I he hopefully he proves me wrong, but that's my prediction. Irvin's been pitching good, so I don't know. That's just that's my guess. We take 2 out of 3. What about you, Rye?
I'm laughing because I actually have the same exact prediction for Thursday. So I think I agree with you. I think I'll go 4-1 on Tuesday. I hope the bats wake up
Mm-hmm.
like they did today, but I don't know if they'll, you know, get back up to where they've been. So I'll go 4-1. Cade Horton, a really good start. Um, Wednesday, I'll say 6-3. 6-3, we get that. I think Boyd gives up 3 in 6 innings. You know, that's a fine start. And
Yeah.
then I think Thursday they're gonna lose. I'm gonna say 7-4. I'll give us one more run than you thought, but
Yeah.
I don't think this is a series where you sweep. Obviously, you would love to. I just think that the Nationals are kind of finding their groove a little bit, and
Mhm.
I think they're gonna get us on Thursday.
Yep.
So we're gonna move to some trivia
All right. End
here.
off with some.
So Ryan. So I'll give you a trivia question, and then I'll just give around the MLB, and then we'll wrap this first episode up. So since this is the best start since 2016, what teams did the Cubs defeat, and in how many games in the 2016 postseason? So give me round
Okay.
by round.
So I know the first round was the Giants. I think
Mhm.
that was in 5 games. I could be wrong.
Incorrect, incorrect. That was in four.
4 games.
Because I remember we were
Yeah.
down, yeah, we were down big in one, and then we
And
came back.
then I know Dodgers after that, and that was
Mm-hmm.
in 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, Cleveland in 7 games. There we go.
Of course.
Off by a
Who can
game
forget?
by one, but I'd say
Off by again. Good job.
thank you. Thank you.
All right. So to wrap this episode up, I'll just give you the scores around the MLB. We'll talk a little bit of ball. So the Mets defeat the Rockies 5-3. Giants beat the Marlins 4-2. The Tigers beat the Royals 1-0. Astros beat the Rays 1-0. Mariners beat the Twins 2-1. Diamondbacks beat the Nationals 3-1. Padres beat the Pirates 6-4. Yankees beat the Dodgers 7-3. Cubs beat the Reds 7-3. Rangers beat the Cardinals 8-1. Red Sox beat the Braves 3-1. Orioles beat the White Sox 3-2. Brewers beat the Phillies 5-2. Blue Jays beat the A's 5-4, and the Guardians beat the Angels 4-2. The Cubs currently hold a 4-game lead at 37-22. They have tied for the second best record in Major League Baseball. So that is amazing. I gotta look at the standings every hour to
You like
believe
that
it.
for the Cubs after just a start.
Yeah. Um, So that's all we got for this first episode of CubsLine. So I had a blast doing
Yeah,
it.
so did I. Make sure to tune
Uh,
in tomorrow.
yeah,
Do a little
yeah, we'll be doing it tomorrow. Yeah,
off day
just kind
episode.
of
I like that.
we'll talk about the organization. We'll talk about
We'll
again do another in-depth
we'll do
series preview.
a little prospect highlight. We'll do
Yeah,
update how all the teams are doing. We'll talk a little Cubs ball, and thank you guys for tuning in to episode 1. Signing off, I'm Ryan Dunleavy.